A ring appeared on my finger last night. A ring appeared on my left finger last night. I'd just woken up and there was a golden ring on my left hand. I honestly have no idea how this happened. I don't wear jewelry. It's overpriced, useless shit to me. And I'm painfully single, so there's no feasible way this could have been some drunken mistake. I twisted. I used butter. I even looked up hacks on YouTube. Nothing worked. Eventually I drove to a jewelry store hoping someone could cut it off. The only good thing about the situation was the jeweler offering me $50 for the scrap metal, which I happily accepted. After that hectic day, I decided to hit the hay early in hopes of putting the strange event behind me. That didn't help. The dream I had that night was bizarre. I was standing in a field at night. A thin fog hovered over the grass. In the distance stood a woman in a white dress with a veil. She was saying something. I could hear the sound of her voice carried on the wind, but I couldn't distinguish the words. It sounded like English, I just couldn't piece it together. I woke gasping for air, drenched in sweat. Just a bad dream brought on by the symbolism of the ring, I told myself. Mid-thought, sunlight bounced off something and into my eye. I glanced down. The ring. Not a different ring. The same one. I started to understandably freak out. I tried removing it, but nothing worked. I went back to the same jeweler, but he had no luck either. "Ah, that's a shame," he said nonchalantly. "Would have given you another $50. I left without replying. I spent the rest of the day driving from place to place trying to get it removed. So even a trip to the emergency room turned out unsuccessful. That night, I anxiously went to sleep, hoping nothing else would appear on my body. I must have dozed off quickly because the next thing I knew, I was back in that field. It was still night, still foggy. But instead of the woman, there was now a church. At least 50 people stood outside it, all dressed up. Something about them was wrong. They looked broken. As soon as I took a step forward, the crowd began chanting. The sound was low and wet, like lungs filled with fluid. I woke again. Nothing had changed. I began fiddling with the ring once more. The closer I looked, the clearer it became the ring had fused with the skin of my finger. It was slowly becoming part of me. I was losing my mind. I spent the entire day staring blankly at the TV. It wasn't even turned on. That night I was back again. This time I wasn't in the field. I was inside the church, face to face with the woman. I still couldn't see her features clearly, but that wasn't just her. It was everyone. The guests, the priest, all of them. I could see their forms, but their faces were blurred. Until the priest opened his mouth. Every face snapped into focus. I wish they hadn't.
If I had to describe them in one word, it would be mangled. Skin hanging wrong. Eyes misaligned. Teeth exposed where they shouldn't be. They laughed. Or tried to. It sounded wet. Labored. Like asthmatics after a run. The priest began. "We are gathered here today." I woke up screaming. I wasn't in my usual clothes. I was in a suit. A wedding suit. "I can't do this," I shouted into the room. "I don't want to be married to some bloated corpse." Silence. Something inside my mind fractured. I tore the suit off, threw it outside, and burned it. The ring was the real problem. I pulled at it. Hard. The pain was incredible. The wet, tearing sensation of flesh separating from bone is something I will never forget. I degloved my finger. I left the ring attached to the skin. At the hospital, I explained the injury away as an accident. They didn't question it. That night, I slept. No field, no church, no bride. When I woke the next morning, I eagerly checked my hand. Nothing. No ring. I was finally free. That was until a few moments ago. I was sorting through my mail when something caught my eye. A thick cream envelope. Gold lettering? I opened it. A save their date invitation. My name stared back at me.